Alright, what's up guys, it's me BaRKy, and I'm here with another Rimworld video about stuff. um, I've been thinking recently about how joy in the game works and stuff like that, and I know this is not a modded video, these are actual things in-game. If you don't know what a telescope is, you actually do get telescopes in-game, which is kind of interesting because I feel like this is one of the least used things whenever I play. I'd be surprised if it wasn't, because I usually get TVs pretty quickly, sculptures pretty quickly. Television does what a telescope does, it just does it better, I think, because you can get a whole group of them. Well, not a whole group of TVs, but you can put a TV down as a whole group you can sit down in, so it's more than one. So that's great, but it just makes me think, like, are we underusing telescopes? Because I definitely am, and I don't know how everyone else is, but I saw a thread on r/Rimworld where they were speaking about how they could utilize telescopes properly. And I think this is such a good idea because right now, telescopes give you a little bit of research when you use them, I think. Just like a chessboard gives you a little bit of research, and a horseshoe gives you a little bit of shooting skill. And a billiards table gives you a bit of shooting skill, if I remember correctly. It doesn't actually say. Okay, well, yeah, I think these two give you shooting skills. Gives you research very, very slowly. Like, incredibly slowly. I think it's like 0.04 per second of using it. So if you look at someone's research, 0.04, and right now it's at 11,200. Alright, sorry about the errors, I don't know what's up with this world, it's falling apart. But yeah, so the event in-game called Solar Flare is an event that knocks out all electricity. So there goes your kill box, which I've got a little one built here. There goes your freezer. There goes everything. Pretty much, it is pretty catastrophic in a literal sense. It's pretty bad. But more importantly, Solar Flare is one of those events that you cannot avoid at all. As in, you can avoid a cold snap, technically, by getting heaters in every room and that kind of stuff. So I'm talking about in those terms. Like, you can avoid any disaster. Like nuclear fallout, you can just get inside your base. Cold snap, you can just turn on a heater. Heat wave, you can turn on a cooler. Stuff like that. You can avoid it. Like, sure, it's still affecting you, but not nearly as much. Now, solar flare, you cannot avoid. And of course, I'm not talking about short circuit. Short circuit, you can avoid by just not having batteries. Now, solar flare is something that you cannot avoid and you cannot tell when it's going to happen. Which is kind of like, you might think that's fun, you might think it's unfun, it's totally up to you. So we can actually take a look at Reverick. It's busy increasing his study joy. All the tolerance to it, I mean. But yeah, obviously there's 4 different types of joy, I think, or 5. And this increases the study one, just like chess does. Which is pretty cool. So the solar flare thing that I was talking about, if you use a telescope, and your research is high enough, you could predict when a solar flare is happening. Isn't that a cool idea? I thought that was a pretty legit thing when I read it. I was like, shit, that's a good idea. I think it was 11? Yeah. Level 11 research. If she used it, she could say predict a solar flare coming from a day away. But if someone with like 16 research, not you, I think Reverick is a researcher. No, fuck. 17 research, she could predict it from like a few days away, for example, so you know when it's gonna hit. Because if you play this game long enough, you'll know that solar flares seem to hit whenever you get raided. They really do. There's definitely some kind of mechanic that says they must do that. I don't know. Another one I read was that if you have a spouse or something, you could use the telescope to kind of look into the stars, find a star and name the star after your spouse. Like, and then tell them, and that would give them a mood debuff that lasts maybe a day or 2, and it makes their relationship with the person stronger. Now, that's a really interesting kind of idea, because telescopes right now, as I said, are quite underused. That would make them useful. You would want people to use them. Just like you want people to use billiards and horseshoe pins when you want shooting increased, or chess table when you want research increased, but you also want joy to be increased at the same time. Stuff like that I think would be pretty cool. If your research was low enough though, or too low, it would give you like a debuff. instead of a buff, and that debuff would be like "I burnt," as someone said. I think if you look at a star to like a closest star too directly. I mean, there must be a star on this planet that is similar to the range between Earth and the sun. There must be a star on this planet, because having a planet at 32 degrees is pretty damn temperate. It's 32 degrees outside. Anyways, just my 2 cents. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. Tell me what you think in the comments. This is the new video series that I'm going to be doing in the Christmas holidays, because why? I'm in South Africa at the moment and I cannot make videos. I love all of you though, so thank you very much for supporting me. Hopefully we hit 1,000 subscribers sometime in the future. But yeah, thank you very much for supporting me, guys. This is going to be a new series where I just talk about things that I would like to see in Rimworld, or things that I would like to see expanded upon in Rimworld, and this is definitely one of them. It's a very good idea, utilizing telescopes more. Yeah, anyways, hope you guys have an amazing day. Really, really, really. Alright, bye-bye, everyone.